Hello guys, welcome back once again. This video we will look at Entity Framework Core on an ASP.NET Core. We will build a very simple application which we will add a new database, right? So this is mostly integrating our SQL Server database into a ASP.NET Core application using an Entity Framework Core. So as you can see on the screen, I've got a new project console opened. So what we're going to do is add a new project. Obviously that will be ASP.NET Core Web Application. So we just go ahead. I mean, the project name is not a problem, so you can use whatever name that you want. So now we've got a web application dialog. Here we use no authentication, and we use the web application model view controller. So from here we select the model view controller and we click OK. So okay, now we've got the project created. Obviously we come inside the models. We've got already got one class created. That's fine. But inside the same folder, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put class inside it. It's a public class. We call it products. So we can put a product ID. And a name for the product and the price. So this is all we're gonna need for this. We're not going to be overly complicated. So now we've got a class to hold a product model. So this what we do, we're just gonna put everything inside here. So what we do is we create another class. It's a public class, and this will be we can say YouTube DB contest. So this will be our DB contest, and this inherits DB contest from Entity Framework Core. So it's Microsoft.Entity Framework Core, and this is what we need for here. So inside here, obviously, we put value inside a constructor. So it's what YouTube DB contest, which takes in DB contest options, and we just put YouTube contest here, and we can name this options, and the base will take the options. So as you can see, it's not difficult stuff. So inside here, this is what we do. We just put our entity property. So it's a DB set product, and this will be products. So as you can see, it's a very simple stuff. So now we've got this set up, we have to create a new database, right? So we come to our SQL Server, our data connections. So obviously we used to, then we add a connection or create a new SQL Server database, right? So we put our server name. So whatever your server name is, you put it. In my case, it's a SQL Express, and it's using Windows authentication. So what we do is we put a YouTube DB. So that will be our database name. So as you can see, we've got our database created. So the next bit, of course, is we come to the modify connections, right? And we go to the advanced, and we copy our connection string or the data source. So we come back. So now, as you can see, everything is coming up to scratch. We still don't have the database created. I mean the database populated with everything. So this is what we're gonna do. We come to the startup.cs, right? So inside our startup.cs, this is what we will actually do. We look for the configuration services, right? So here, right after the services to add MVC, this is what we do. We put our variable, our connection for the connection string. This will be the one I just copied. Obviously, your connection string, and this is what we do. We say services dot our DB contest. So obviously our DB contest, it was what, YouTube something like that, DB contest, and then obviously we pass the option, and then we can say option.useSQL server, options.useSQL server. Then we passed in our connection. So as you can see, this is very simple stuff, and this is what we've got for now, for now. And the next bit, of course, is actually we do the migration. So we set our project to a startup project. Obviously, if you've got a multiple projects, so we set it as a startup, and then we come to the package manager console. We wait for it to initialize. So now, actually, then we make sure the default project is what we actually do working with. So it's a web application free, right? So what we do is say add migration. So we put the name for any migration, whatever we want to do. So as we can see, everything will just happen under the hood. So we just wait for the operation to complete. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got the model to be put inside our database created. So all we need to do from the console package console manager is to update the database. So what we do is update dash database. So to update the database, right? So this command will update the database and put the tables inside the database. So as you can see, there's an error here, which I'm gonna fix it. Okay, now we've got the database updated. Obviously, there was some little mistake with the data source here that was missing the D. So it's fine now. So we can actually come to the table, refresh it, and as you can see, we've got the table created with the usual stuff. So just to test everything, obviously, we come inside the controller. Then we add a new controller, and of course we're just gonna make an entity framework controller just to save time. So here, obviously, we put the model class is products, and the DB contest is our DB contest. So obviously we have a products controller. So we wait for the scaffolding. So now we've got the products controller created. So as you can see, with all the necessary action methods, right? So before we run it, obviously one thing that I want to do is we come to the models where we've got our models saved. Them here inside the products, right? We just add a constructor that sets the product ID. We just use a GUID to string. Right. So now, obviously, we come to the views. You see, we've got product views, all that stuff. So we just open the create. We browse it with So now we've got it running. All we need to do is we just go to the URL extension products / index or create whatever. Actually, it's products with an S. So as you can see, we've got it showing up with no. So we just go ahead and add a new product. We just put some stuff here. We create a new product. So as you can see, we've got the new products created. Go ahead and add some stuff. So as you can see, it's very simple stuff. So now we can actually come to the database, right? So refresh it, and we open the data to show that if the data is saved through the mechanism that we've actually used. So as you can see, we've got our data showed. I mean, the data saved. So everything works out nice, and with the whole connection and that whatnot, everything is fine. So as you can see, it's not very difficult to actually create a new database and work with it under the .NET Core using Entity Framework Core as well. So this is where this video ends. Obviously, we continue the next bit on the next video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and catch up later. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Bye bye.